So yesterday I went prospecting pretty much the whole day. I mined a little bit. You can see how muddy the material was. My pants are just super, super, super muddy that I got on this morning. But I woke up kind of late this morning. I hiked about 3 miles with all my gear yesterday up the trail. It's a long day yesterday. I dug probably about a 3 or 4 foot hole. Got down to a little bit of gold, but I had to stop because it was going to start getting dark. My sluice box was running kind of slow yesterday. I put it in between a couple large boulders. It only took me about 10 minutes. I got up a few big boulders and set them down in the river. Laid a little pad and just set it in there. It was good enough for me. I was only digging a small hole yesterday, but I was digging underneath this large boulder and I threw it back down the hole when I was done so nobody would get hurt because it was a pretty big rock, probably about 1,800 pounds. So you got to go out prospecting, you know. Even though I'm digging a huge pit and I got really, really good gold, every day I'm getting grams and grams and grams. You got to go out prospecting. If you don't do your prospecting, you won't have your next dig. I have several spots within about a half a mile of the spot that I've been digging this season that are really good, just as good as that one. I didn't think that this pit, this strip of riverbed would take me so long because I ran into that huge pocket of gray sand, that gray mud, and it's taken me a lot longer. So today I'm going to go do a prospect, or I'm going to do some more sampling on the other side of the river, about 200 yards above my pits that I have going on right now, the 5 foot holes. I'm going to go up there. I have a 4 foot hole dug and I have a 3 foot hole dug, and they're about 20 feet apart. There is 2 outcroppings on the same side of the river, about 150 feet apart. There's moss over everything, about 3 inches of moss, and it's just as good of a spot. It has just as much potential as the spot that I'm digging now. But I can dig these 2 spots at the same time of the year because the water levels, I'm digging at the same level in the bed, in the riverbed. So I went up yesterday and just did some poking around at where I first put a pan in the water ever. And I did some prospecting just above the river there, probably about 200 or 300 yards. It's quite a long hike in there. It's really steep. It's kind of nasty to get out my sluice box because the big boulders. But I just wanted to get 3 buckets done yesterday. That's what I did. I accomplished 3 buckets. Got about a little over a gram, probably right around there. But I only did 3 buckets, you know. I may have not even gotten a gram. I didn't really get that good of gold. But I only got down to 3 or 4 foot. About 3 or 4 foot. So this morning I woke up a little bit late. My tooth has been hurting me. I was chewing on a candy bar a couple days ago, and I think my filling came out. I don't have a mirror to look inside my mouth, and it feels kind of funky, and it really hurts this morning. I can't even chew on that side, so I'm really tired. Yesterday was a long day, a lot of hiking with my gear. I did about 3 miles, probably a little bit over 3 miles with all my mining gear. But you got to prospect. You got to get out there and prospect. That's the main thing that I do is prospecting, because I got to have, if I run out of gold today in my pit, I need to have a spot prepared, and I need to have a spot in mind to just jump right to my next hole. And I have several of those because I do my prospecting. I do my prospecting every day. I don't know how many times I have to say that, but you got to prospect, you got to prospect, you got to prospect every day. So I know that I'm always going to get gold in the summertime. You know, I have to have deep pits at this time of the year. You know, I have about 2 or 3 more weeks of my mining season, of my basically, you know, full-time mining season, and I need to have some deep holes dug by now so I can be getting good gold, or so I can get some pockets of that gray mud. That's the only way that you can get to that gray mud and have really good success, get a large quantity of gold, is if you dig deep. You dig 5, 6, 8 foot holes, 10 foot holes. I've never dug a 10 foot hole. I've dug a lot of 8 foot holes, but I can't dig an 8 foot hole on this portion of the pay bank in the riverbed that I'm at now because I'm so close to water level, and the water level is just going to go up from now. It's probably not going to go down too much more. It's really super hazy out. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but it's extremely hazy. I can smell smoke. I asked somebody yesterday up at the parking lots up there if they've heard of any new fires in the area, and they didn't really have any information. They're kind of clueless. But I don't have any radio. I don't have any phone service up here. So I've been up here for almost 3 weeks now, and I haven't had any communication with uh, the outside world, you know. So I don't know how close that forest fire's at. I know that there's one about 7,000 acres when I left. That was 3 weeks ago. It was about 7,000 acres, and they had it 0% contained. It's about 20 miles away, about 18 miles away. So, and we had a couple thunderstorms here a couple weeks ago. We had a forest fire about 2 miles down the river there, a little wildfire. They had helicopters putting it out just for a couple days, and I heard them every 5 minutes. The helicopter was going just in the canyon right here, and I saw them quite a few times. I got some footage of that. I took a little bit short video of it, but I think I might have to go into town maybe tomorrow to get my tooth looked at, because I don't want to get an abscess in my tooth up here. Be out 4 miles out and get sick in my stomach and go into shock or something. I don't know. But I'm just going to do some prospecting today across the riverbank, where I've dug a few holes already. So, literally I've been doing a lot of prospecting the last few days. Even though I have really good gold in those pits, I still need to find a spot for next year, because I'm always looking forward. I'm always looking forward. If my gold ends like in the next bucket, I mean, I could start digging this morning in my pit, and my gold could just end. No more gold. Just zero. No flakes per pan. I could dig 2 or 3 buckets, and I could get very, very little gold for a lot of work. So, I'll do some prospecting this morning. Campfires are still banned in the Willamette National Forest up here, probably for another month. So I haven't been able to cook any meat. I wanted to use that fire pit right there and kill some squirrels and have some meat, but I've had to eat canned food and dry food for the last few weeks. I've been mixing a bunch of stuff up together in my pan and just trying to get some calories up. It's tough to get a lot of calories up just from canned food. I've been each meal that I eat, I try to get at least 1,000 calories in. I'm eating 3 or 4 meals a day, because I burn a lot of calories when I'm up there digging, when I'm down in the canyon digging. So I'll just do some prospecting today and figure it out. Where I'm going to be digging next year. I have a really good spot, probably just as good as this spot here, but I need to get down to 5 feet. Just a few more hours worth of work, and I'll get down to that really rich pay mud. I think it's about another foot down, but I have to pull off a lot more boulders, and the boulders have moss just covered on the other side of the river. But it's across the river, so I can't start my dig there in June. I have to start it in July, probably late July. It's probably about a month's worth of digging, maybe 3 or 4 weeks worth of digging, if I can get it down to 5 feet. But most likely I will be able to. I'll be able to extract all the boulders, or at least drop some boulders in my holes that I dig. So this is Paystreak Superfreak, Prospector Jeremy, and I'm on the Little North Fork St. Anne River, and I'm out.